Greetings, YouTubers. I'm
100 feet, turn right onto Colorado 150 North.
I will, thank you very much. Road trip, got GPS on, and I'm heading to Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve. So it's about 17 miles from where I'm at.
Take the next right onto Colorado 150 North.
That is all one giant sand dune about the size of a mountain. This is one of the paid campgrounds at the end of the road here next to the dunes. You can kind of see the dunes over the top of the trees there. Probably not in the video though. There's a good shot of it. It's a primitive road, Medino Pass. You can take a passenger car here. This isn't too bad. They recommend four-wheel drive. There's something called a point of no return. I'm assuming there's a sign there. And they recommend four-wheel drive past that point. And no trailers. Stay on the road. You know, typical stuff. And I never reached the point of no return. I'm actually heading back. I turned around. Looks like I'm getting further away from the dunes, which is what I really came here to see. So, see if I can't get a little closer to them and get some shots. Wish I didn't have that big crack in my windshield there. This would look a lot better. It's really hard to get a sense of the scale of this sand dune. So I survived the primitive road. It wasn't that bad. It's not something I would go over in a Prius, but there's the sand dunes. I'm in a little gravel parking lot here. I'm going to try and get some close-up shots. See if I can't find something that'll give you a sense of scale. Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Typical afternoon storms brewing up. That clear blue sky. Yep, pretty place. And I used my Golden Age pass and got in for free. Can't beat free. Okay, that's the 360. Okay, I've got my telephoto on and it's going to be really shaky, but I don't know if you can see here. It's really bright out, so I can't see my monitor really well, but there's some specks down at the bottom of the sand dune. Those are people. What's interesting is that I can hear their voices from all the way up here. I'm kind of uphill. Greetings, YouTubers. So, took a day trip up to the Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve. I found out about it on Facebook. Freecampsites.net has their own Facebook page, and I've been kind of hanging out there a little bit and posting some pictures of, places that I've camped and stuff. And anyway, somebody, I told everybody where I was, and somebody suggested that I go to the Great Sand Dunes and check them out. So today I did that. Towards the end of the video there were a couple of shots. The last two photographs, there's some streaks that are kind of coming down the sand dunes. Those are people that are kind of like surfing down the sand dune. I know that it's been done. If anybody's watched Endless Summer, I'm an old surfer, so if you've watched Endless Summer, there was a sequence in there where they were somewhere. Was it in the Sahara Desert? I think it was in the Sahara. They were in Africa. They were different places, but they were surfing down the sand dunes. I forget how they did it. They either took their fins off or turned their boards upside down or something, but they were sliding down these sand dunes on their surfboards, and that appears what was happening here at the Great Sand Dunes National Park. So got in free, used my Golden Age pass, $80 for a lifetime. So they've gone up a little bit. I think the last time I checked they were about $60. That was a few years back. So I mean, $80, man, for a lifetime. I think I can swing that. So I did. I got it the last time I was at a national park, which was Yellowstone. There's some shots of the Flickr, shots of Yellowstone on the Flickr site, some close-up stuff, and some other photographs. So yeah, I didn't stay long. I just kind of drove out there and grabbed a couple of sequences and strung them all together. I spent took a while to string them all together and edit them and everything. It's really time consuming to do this. I mean, it takes a lot of time. And I bought myself a faster computer so that it would process the video quicker, and it does. But it takes a lot of time to cut and snip and layer and anyway, you get the idea. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your comments and suggestions and subscriptions and clicks and likes and bells and whistles and dings and all that good stuff. Oh, I think I just heard thunder. Oh no, it's a jet. Got some pretty gray looking clouds out there. Might be getting some rain here in a little bit, but anyway. So gonna be here for another week. Not quite a week and a half yet. So far, still pretty quiet. Haven't had anybody come into my campsite. Last day or two, I've had the place to myself, which has been nice. So, and then I'll be heading for quartzite, maybe. I don't know, man. I've been watching the temperatures, and if it gets below 100, then I'll probably head to quartzite. If not, I may look for some place to linger for another week or two to see if quartzite will cool down. My main goal now is to A, get to quartzite, and B, attend Jamie's van build in November. So I have lots of time. But it's getting cool. It was getting cool up in Leadville, down into the 30s every night, freezing temperatures, 32 and below. So it was time to move down here. Now it's starting to get a little cool here. It's still in the 40s, low 40s. It's going to warm up probably by Sunday, but still, it's starting to get cool. And on the way to the Great Sand Dunes, the aspens were getting more and more gold. I should have gotten a photograph, but I didn't. Maybe next time. So anyway, okay. So I said goodbye once. Let's see if I can do it. See if I can do it in two goodbyes. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for all of you that have helped to promote the site. I'm already seeing some subscribers. Cuz, man, you've been passing that link out there, and I really appreciate it. And who knows, man? Maybe I'll get to monetize here in a little bit. That'd be really cool. So, all right, love you guys, and we'll see you later.